Right, boys. How are we doing? How are we doing? I'll be with you in a second and get the community post rolled out, and we will get cracking. 2 seconds. I see you, boys. Thomas. See what is up. Right. Hold up. Gonna ping the Discord, and we're gonna be good. We are gonna be good. Okay. Okay. Where you guys at? I see you, Donnie. What's up, people? There you go. There we go. We're back. How you doing, Thomas? The game is gone. UFC isn't as fun as it used to be. Listen, we'll get stuck into this in a little minute. I'm going to wait until more people get rolling in here because there's a lot to dissect with regards to UFC 313. Also, my 2 cents on it. And sort of looking on a macro level, the state of the UFC right now, and let's say 5 to 10 years ago, there's a lot of factors that go into it. So I'm not sure. Oh, unbeatable, bro. I picked Ankalaev to win. I'm just proposing the question in the title. Don't worry about that. I mean, you're welcome to unsubscribe, subscribe, whichever you want to do, brother. But I went into this fight expecting Ankalaev to win, so I'm not upset or surprised. I've never really been a huge fan of Alex anyway, as much as I like his fighting style. But let's each to their own. I had a 3-2 for Alex personally. No, I had Ankalaev at least 3 rounds. I was kind of half asleep though. I can't lie. I was fighting consciousness. Yeah, Donnie, I know. I've been doing some things trying to sort it because we've had some stupid crash outs for no reason. Don't worry, that will change. But hey, listen, I did predict. Did I not change my prediction to Ankalaev? Did I not say? But you're right about the title. I'm gonna change it to a question mark. Just because I don't. Otherwise, it's a statement. I mean, I partially agree and I partially don't, but I'm gonna sit in the middle. I'm gonna be a fence sitter today. That's where I feel like I want to be. I need to turn my fucking lighting down. Good lord. There we go. Sweet one. Fuck it. We'll roll with that. My pop filter is in the way. Yeah, also, another thing, guys, just another thing for the podcast. That we didn't record a pod today. Mainly just because of timing and scheduling, but also because we're doing an in-person episode on Wednesday anyway. So we're gonna do a double header next week, essentially. So don't worry about it. We'll be fine. I want to hit my cable there, so I'm gonna move that back a little bit more. Sorry, I'm trying to micro adjust right now. It's not going well. Might try to be centered. Let me know if I sound okay, guys. You know what it's like. Sometimes we just mute up for no fucking reason. Who actually takes notice of stream titles? I don't know. And hey, look at that nice little badge you got, bro. Upgrades. Good to see you, Wolf. We got still Khalil Roundtree Jr. Matu, I kind of agree. I fuck with Khalil. I wouldn't say he's a star, brother, but he's up there for me. 3 hours of sleep. I overslept massively, so kind of kills the hype of light heavyweight, especially when Alex loses in the rematch. I almost don't want to make a rematch. Me and Will on the pod, we've been very vocal about this. We're not really the biggest fans of rematches unless it just makes sense. I mean, you could make that argument for this fight, but I'm not jumping out of my seat to see that again. The only reason why they would make it is because they want Pereira to win the belt back. That would be it. Yeah, Ruffy was the only thing worth staying up for last night. Hold up, first and foremost, mostly great sweater. That color looks good on you. Matua, thank you very much, my friend. That means the world. Thank you. It is a nice jumper, I have to say. I'm a fan. 205 is cooked now. 1 title events per year. I mean, light heavyweight's never been the strongest anyway. So I'm not, up in arms over it. Pereira was carrying it for a while, along with Prochazka. Jamal Hill will not save us, I'm afraid. Ank fans better be ready for one split decision title defense every 1.5 years. I'm not an Ankalaev fan. I just picked the guy to win. I'm not really a fan of either guy, to be honest with you. Neither man did enough. Ankalaev definitely did more. Avanav, good to see you, brother. Welcome back. Jojo, you know it, man. Hit that bell. You know, all of it. The works, brother. Thank you. That Ralphie finish was insane. Yeah, one of only 16 spinning wheel kicks in UFC history. So, piece of history there, guys. What a fucking finish. I just don't get how a guy can earn rounds while holding someone against the cage and do nothing but defending all the takedown attempts. I understand your argument, and I saw people debating this earlier today, but the reality is when you have an argument like that, you have to have a counter to it. Pereira wasn't doing enough. So, listen, if Pereira was responding and breaking away from that and landing more, fair enough. I'll give you that. But he wasn't doing enough there. So, I don't know. As a first Chilean, as Ignacio Bahamondes, I was so fucking happy when he won. Yeah, man. That triangle was beautiful. Oh, big fan of his. Shame Jalen Turner's looking at retiring now. Because I always thought he's quite talented. But, man, Bahamondes looked... He's a problem, man. I mean, showcasing the grappling on top of the striking, which we already know is good. It's just another facet to his game, which we've seen now. And, yeah, problem for the top 15. Especially in a division. Listen, there's a difference here. I'll say this now. Lightweight, by far, has the most amount of fighters within it. By far. It is the most depth. It's the hardest division to crack and be the best at. So, when you say you're a top 15 fighter in the lightweight division, think about how much more that means than any other division, right? You know, everyone in that top 15, you know, is not far off championship level, if not already there. So, you know, Bahamondes is a problem, man. A little hesitant. And that's because of the takedown, you know? Usually I shout at the Games channel, but today is a sad day. Games, why is it a sad day today? I hope it's not because of the video I put out. I did put out a Games channel video yesterday. Was it yesterday or today? Yesterday. I'm going to move chat over here so you guys can see me better. My hair is all over the gaff. Where's chat gone? There we go. Bro only lost because it was Ramadan and he was fasting. No. I disagree. He was literally defending the takedown. Listen, I mean, we can go back and forth on this, but I think the reality is Pereira didn't do enough and Ankalaev did. By margins, you can't let it go there. When the margins are so thin, you can't rely on the judges. You can't. Told you Magomed would win. I picked him too, bro. Best believe. Granted, I said a knockout, and to be fair, there was a couple of times in that fight where it nearly happened for him. But, you know, I'll take the win either way. But to be honest with you, I don't care. If I get a prediction right or I get it wrong, it's, you know, cool, whatever. Again, you guys can clip it when I said about Paddy Pimblett beating Michael Chandler. Paddy's the favorite in the odds now. Maybe I'm a visionary. I'm not, but... Whatever judge gave Ank the fifth is blind. If you got outstruck and did nothing but hold a guy against the fence for 1 minute, you lost the round. Ank only won round 4 because nothing happened. Fair enough. Fine. I just think Ankalaev overall did the better work. So... Elder Scrolls video made me angry at Todd Howard. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed with Bethesda. You know, that's my overall sentiment towards them. But I try to keep it mostly positive because, again, I want the best for these games and these IPs and these studios. So, stop me from hugging you, games. Maybe Alex wanted to be hugged. Maybe he's gay. Nothing wrong with that if he is. I agree. Marab, Mario, and Ank have all exposed the weakness in the rule set and how holding against the fence of no action should not be rewarded. Marab, I don't think is a fair argument. Again, you have to do more. You have to be able to stop it. Listen, it takes two to tangos, especially with Marab, right? What was Umar doing to prevent those shots from Marab? And listen, if he was out damaging him, then sure. And when he did, he won those rounds, right? So there is a solution to it. You just have to do more. It's just difficult to do against the best guys in the world. This is why Marab and Ankalaev are having the success. So, I did the Charles Oliveira seminar. I'll send you the lesson on Insta. If you have Facebook, is better. I'm not really on Facebook. I only have a personal Facebook, and even then, I don't even use it. So, you know, I'm not on Facebook at all. Really, message me on Instagram. I will always respond on Instagram. That's probably the best place to reach out to me. That or Discord, but Instagram is definitely the one. Or my email, but I prefer, you know, that's more of my business stuff. So, shout out Justin Gaethje. Yeah, Elias. I mean, great win from him. Surprised me. Didn't think he'd still have it in him. But, man, as I said, the way for Gaethje to win was to turn it into a scrap, a brawl, a dogfight. And that's exactly what he did. That's exactly what he excels at. In the pocket was where he was working at his best. Because every time they were at range with Fiziev, you know, the latter was doing the better work. Rafael was just kicking him. Just hitting him with these little shots, doing more. Every time Gaethje closed that distance and got in the pocket, we saw that beautiful dirty boxing. Shades of Daniel Cormier versus Stipe and John Jones, really. A lot of the way DC fights was in that pocket with those sneaky little uppercuts, holding the back of the head and firing off with the other, you know? And Gaethje excelled at that, and that's, of course, what we saw, the knockdown and the better work done, and that's what won him the fight. Alex wasn't defending shit. Magomed didn't need to take down. He crashed the pocket, worked from the phone booth. Agreed. Yeah, beautiful knees from Ankalaev. Good shout. Almost forgot about that. That was probably his best work in that fight with the knees. Same with Fiziev as well. Fiziev, for all of, obviously didn't come back with the win, but his best work in that fight was actually with the knees, I'd say. Where are we go? So I'm trying to scroll back. I lost my chat. There we go. Now we're going to get a champ that gives boring fights and fights once a year. You say Bilal 2.0. The only reason Bilal hasn't fought more is because of freak injuries. It just happens, man. And hey, he's fighting soon. Yeah, I'll give Bilal a pass as much as I'm not a fan of his, particularly. I like him as a person, just not as a fighter. But I'm not gonna fault Bilal for that one as much as he's an easy punching bag. Lightweight guys are incredibly resilient from losses. It's because the division's stacked, man. Craig and Clive too. Fuck it, why not? What do you think about Dana saying he's possibly ditching the pay-per-view model for a mainstream deal? Did he say that? Elaborate. I missed that. You might have to tell me what that's about. What's up, Turtles? Good to see you back. Also, guys, another thing. Ignore this random ass blip on my fucking lip. Basically, what happened was I cut it, and I was in sparring yesterday, and we're not even sparring. We were doing drills. We were drilling fucking arm triangles. Or just mount progressions into arm triangles, and my lip just exploded, bro. And I was sitting out on the mat, on the sides of the mat for like 15 minutes, and then I had to spar with the fucking plaster on, like a fucking idiot. It was just awful. So there was blood everywhere, but it was fine. Afterwards, I cleaned up and made sure there was no blood when I was rolling, obviously. But I hit a nice dart stroke in sparring, so I'm a happy man. Is Volk beating Lopez? If he can get out the first 2 rounds, yes, I think so. I think he'll out cardio him. That's the big win condition. The keys to victory for Alex Volkanovski in that fight. But man, I do worry Lopez will clip him. So I'm still torn on my prediction. They're the 2 paths to go down where that fight plays out, and I don't know which one I'm going to commit to. What's the next UFC looking like? You tell me, Biceps. Who do you think's coming up that can really take the mantle of a star? Because, listen, I put it in the title to really draw some traction here and some attention, and we can spark a debate. Truthfully, I don't know if I agree with it, because there are big names. You've got guys like Khamzat Chimaev, Islam Makhachev, Ilia Topuria. Those 3 are massive, and they will only continue to grow, in my opinion, especially Khamzat. We really haven't even seen the best of him yet. Imagine him with the belt, I mean, to a Western, I think the reason we're saying it is because there isn't a really sort of a Western star, if that makes sense. I mean, Topuria, yeah. But, guy, there isn't like an American champ. And again, for better or worse, right? Or this really captured the global sort of zeitgeist. Or, you know what I mean? Does that make any sense? I feel like there is just an innate disconnect between US fans and Eastern European fighters. There always will be. You can be fans of them, but they won't reach the same level of superstardom globally because of that factor. If that makes any sense. You guys catch my drift? Does Volk be bad monitors? That I don't know. Didn't I get accidentally punched by some dude last week? I don't think so. I feel like I would have remembered that. No, I haven't. Weirdly, I haven't been clipped in a while. Back in the day, I did. Like, just in training, someone would just accidentally elbow me and knee me, and they did it 3 times in 1 round, and I was pissed. That was a long time ago. Ray Susiura is back to a Japanese Marab, gas tank fever. Yeah, bro, that fight was great. Joshua Vada and Susiura, if I butchered that pronunciation, I'm very sorry, but they looked great. Great fight. Really fun. I'm a big fan of both of those dudes. Susiura I didn't really know beforehand, but I'm a fan now. And Joshua Van I always fuck with, so. Nazim Sadikov looking good. He should get a push or something if we're talking right now. I need more Khamzat action. If he can make the walk, then sure. I don't know what's happening with Khamzat. The logical conclusion is we're just waiting for Dricus to heal up, get ready, and he'll be fighting Chimaev. I don't really see another option there. You can make the argument for Imavov, but if you're talking from a business perspective, and really, from a fight perspective, which one you rather want to see? It's Islam Makhachev. Not Islam Makhachev. Khamzat Chimaev fighting what's his face? Dricus Duplessis. I'm stumbling over my words today. I think Fiziev with the camp and not on short notice could have done enough. I do kind of agree. I think people forget that. What was it? 12 days notice. That's tough. And really, his cardio held up better than their last fight. And I think the reason that was is because he was a bit tentative in that first round. The only thing that can make happy about the UFC today is Tom Aspinall fighting for Undisputed and Volk being Lopez. I agree with that. And I like Lopez. And his time will come. I think Volk... I just want Volk to get it back one more time and have his last dance. That's what I like to see. We need rivals. I agree, We need good rivalries. When's the last time we've had a really strong rivalry? Whether it's competitive or born through bad blood, what have we had in recent memory over the last year or two? Because Adesanya Pereira has been and done. We don't have that anymore. That was probably the big one, right? That's the first one that stands out. Maybe you can make the argument of Volk versus Makhachev, but I wouldn't really say that's at the same echelon, It doesn't have the narrative, the backstory. And, so Unless you guys have got any suggestions and I'm missing a glaringly obvious one. Where does Fiziev go from here? Loser Paddy Mike. Yeah, I like that. That's nice. But the reality is I think Fiziev will want to get back in there pretty soon. So, I don't know. Jump Hamzat and send DDP up to light heavyweight to save the division. I don't even know if he could. We'll see. Paddy Pimblett, Ilya. Yeah, Paddy. I mean, that remains to be seen. They ain't even fought yet. I understand what you're saying. I love that fight, and I think it's closer than people think. I really do. I think there's an outsider shout they get matched up next. If Ilya doesn't get the shot of the belt, you never know, man. You never know. We need Ilya to talk shit about Dagestan. I think is Ilya wouldn't do that. I don't think he... Whenever Ilya talks bad on people, it's never in... It's more in relation to his own abilities. You know, it's more in relation to saying, I'm better, right? So it's never outright trash talk just because they don't like the guy. You know, it's a case of, they're not good, I am. And I don't even mind that. I can fuck with it. Especially when you're backing it up. I mean, Tapura backs it up all the time, so I can't complain. DDP versus Izzy? No, that's got the narrative, but it's only one fight, you know? You know, their trajectories are too far apart to really consider it a rivalry for me. He's no Paddy Glaze. I ain't glazing him, bro. You know my opinion. I just think he beats Chandler. That's all I said. But each to their own, right? Each to their own. I mean, you guys are entitled to your opinions on that fight, but there's a reason Paddy's a favorite. It's because he's going to submit him in the second round with a rear naked fucking choke. Did you see Dana say Jones wants the Tom fight? Of course I don't believe it. Of course I saw that, and of course I don't believe it. Dana's doing it. The reason Dana's doing it, I guarantee you Jones has not said anything, yes to anything, or has even set an inkling that he wants that fight. He's only saying it so he can pressure Jones. So it's a public maneuver. We know what Dana's like. It's exactly what this is. What do you think about Marab linking up with Sugar? I like it, man. Listen, that always warms my heart. My cold heart is when, you know, we get rivalries turned, you know, happy ending, right? Think Luke Rockhold, Michael Bisping. Nice little resolution there. Now they're quote unquote friends. Let's leave it at that. Maybe not friends, but they get on, you know? They fuck with each other. So, you know, Marab and Sean, I'm always happy to see it. And I'm not that interested in a rematch. It looks like that's what they're doing. I'm not too excited for it personally, but each to their own. Goblin, good to see you, man. DC and Jones, that's a classic. But that's a long time ago now, right? So I'm talking about right now. What do we have right now? Johan, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm going to keep it buck with you guys. I'm not going to, you know, ramble too much about my general feelings this week. But it's been really tough weeks just for motivation with work. I'm behind, but that's fine. I'm aiming to get the video out for next week. It's a bit of a smaller scope one than the monthly videos. I decided I just want to freeball it and see how it goes. It's been tough. I can't lie. Just with various things, a lot of just overwhelmed with a lot of small tasks and shit like that. But it's fine. We keep going. We keep going, and I'm here for you guys. So you know, don't sweat. We weren't gonna miss the stream. Jalen Turner retires, untapped potential. I wouldn't say that. I mean, maybe he's shown flashes of brilliance, isn't he? You know, was it the Brad Riddell fight? That was really, really impressive, that one. That's one I think back to. And Bobby Green finish, of course. You know, irrespective of that awful stoppage. BJ Penn versus Matt Hughes or GSP. BJ Penn, GSP, you could make the argument as well. Antoja Moreno with the rivalry. Yeah, I would have said, to be honest with you, Moreno, Figueiredo. But it's not... From a competitive standpoint, yes, I'd say both of those, actually. But we're talking about from like a global excitement. You know, what gets people buying the pay-per-view. You know, that's the different level. And that's really hard to achieve, to be fair, organically. And Adesanya and Pereira are probably the best example of that in recent years. That or Jones and DC. Was Masvidal Covington a rival? Yes, I'd say so. I know it was technically only one fight, but the narrative was strong. No worries, mate. I think most of us just enjoy the streams as well. Don't burn yourself out. It's all good, man. Honestly, it wasn't really a case of burning myself out. I think it was just a case that I was very demotivated after the Volkanovski video. Probably didn't pick up as I hoped it would. But you know, this is a YouTube game. You got to have a memory of a goldfish. This is what I'm trying to come to terms with. Just trying to think of the stuff I'm grateful for and what YouTube offers me in terms of flexibility, freedoms, stuff like that. So, you know, I'm blessed. I'm in a blessed position. You know how many people can say, you know, they have a subscriber base of nearly 40,000 strong. You know, I'm so proud of where we are, and that's all thanks to you. So it's good to remind myself of that sometimes. Part of the strategy for accepting the Tom fight for Jones is halting Tom's career so that he's inactive for a while and doesn't get more momentum and good names on his resume. I don't think it's that. I don't think Jones is playing that long of a game. He's just trying to build it up so he can retire and say the UFC weren't paying him enough. I don't think it's about Tom. It's about John. Paddy Nelia was going to happen. No, I don't think so. I don't think it ever got close to booked in. I'm sure it got considered, especially after the whole hand sanitizer stuff. Alex Jury? No, I wouldn't say that. No. Also, I swear I called the Ank win. You probably already spoke, but do you agree with the scorecards? Yeah, I do, and I did pick him as well. I was in your camp, and I do agree. I think the scorecards were fair. Pereira didn't do enough. He just looked behind the pace, too worried about the takedowns, not throwing enough. That's all you can say. It was a boring fight, but Ankalaev did enough. So. Bet the Voltveer picks up closer. Yes, I do hope so. I do hope so. I mean, it's pretty much dead in the water right now, but you know, I've seen miracles happen with YouTube. It's a weird thing. So I will never give up hope on it. I'm telling you that now. I will not give up hope. Let me have a look at it. How many views is it on? 15.7k. Yeah, it's not it's not doing crazy numbers. I have to say 150 views a day. So that's good. But we ball, man. We ball. We keep going. Nothing else to do. We keep going. Alex higher on the GOAT list than Silver? No, he's not. Give over, man. And I love Alex. Wait, you're talking about Poatan or Volkanovski? I was thinking Volkanovski. Pereira? No, I still don't think so, no. Maybe you can make the argument, but I don't think so. I agree. The fight wasn't entertaining, but it's clearly one. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how I'd put it. Bro, I'm wearing my Invisalign. Chronic fucking dry mouth, bro. Good lord. Tom hard trash talking Jones would get the fight quick. No, it's not. Tom's done enough. Tom has gone down that route. He's gone from nice guy to, you know, by his standards, trash talking. He said, I'll retire John Jones without even, I butchered it. He said, I would retire John Jones without fighting him. That's fighting words right there, you know, ironically. You know, that's not something Tom would normally say. Tom wouldn't go on these media campaigns saying these things over and over if he didn't want the fight and he wasn't trying to push it. He's done all he can. There's nothing more Tom can do. Tom could say the nastiest things about Jones and it still wouldn't bring him out. Jones knows he's going to lose it. That's why he's not going to take the fight. That's the reality of the situation, guys. He's going to retire. I really hope I'm wrong, and I will not say with certainty that that's going to happen because I want this fight to go ahead, but I'm not confident. I never was. Did I see MMA Guru talking about the fight on Twitter? I heard someone say about the clinch work or something. I don't know. I heard it through someone else. What has he said? Well, I'm assuming he was saying something about Pereira. Boring, dull, hugging, stalling, incorrect decision, winning, pussies rallying together. You love to see it. And he's talking about Devin Haney. Implying about Ankalaev. I mean, he's just salty, bro. I can't lie. I would rather Pereira win just because he's more entertaining for the division and the sport, but you know, he didn't do enough. What can we say here? He's been crashing out for a while. Yeah, I mean, I had him blocked on Twitter. That's probably why I didn't see it. Just because I just don't care for the guy's outbursts and stuff. I'm not one for MMA drama, fellas. I'm going to keep it a buck. Win is a win, exactly. Ruffy's the next big thing in the UFC. I think the fighting nerds are the next big thing in the UFC, my man. I wouldn't say it's specific to Ruffy, though. That spinning wheel kick was fucking batshit. I'll say it again, man. I was brushing my teeth, just watching on my phone. And I was just like, I just looked down. I just saw the wheel kick just fly across the screen. And I just sat there, just shocked. Like, what the fuck? I didn't even go mental. It was one of those knockouts which had me just in disbelief. Frozen, like Elsa, in the words of Israel Adesanya. What an awful line that is, by the way. Fucking hell. Let me run my music up. I'm telling you. Jesus, I need to get off Twitter. It's nothing but soul. I'll tell you what, one thing I didn't like. I'm going to ramble about this because you know, guys, you know my strong opinions on this topic. But let me get my music on so I can almost get some motivation. What I really, 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 really didn't fucking like. I'll say this now. I'll say this now because we saw that the Tate brothers were in full attendance, getting a fucking standing reception, ovation, whatever the fuck, from Dana White in the UFC. I'm so disappointed in that. I'm so fucking disappointed in that. Honestly, the day those motherfuckers, I can't even speak, boys. The day those motherfuckers go to prison, I will start celebrating. Why was I brushing my teeth at 4 a.m? Because I'm wearing the Invisalign. You got to brush. You take it out every time you eat food. You got to take it out, and then you got to brush your teeth and then put them back in. So I had to brush my teeth again because I had late night noodles because I was fucking hungry. That's why. That is why. Joe Rogan needs to shut about calf kicks. That we agree on, Laksha. I agree. Or Laksha, sorry. Book Ruffy and Dariush on 314. That's a tough feel for Dariush for that fight. I mean, Jesus. Why do you hate Tate? Because there's irrefutable proof that he beat a 15-year-old girl with a belt on a video. It's irrefutable proof, by the way. You can look it up. It's quite literally fact. And on top of the numerous witness reports, court documents that came out. I'm not even going to get into it because it might get me demonetized too much. I'll have to skirt around it a little bit, but the various stuff about him. I mean, Tristan Tate slept with a 16-year-old like multiple times, even when he knew her age. On top of the fact they were tattooing girls, their names, and not letting them leave their house and shit, trafficking them. Numerous cases in America, US, and Romania, on top of tax fraud and everything in between. They are scum of the earth, but they lie, and they lie, and they lie, and people, believe them because they do a very good job at making people believe them. So, and it's sad because it's working. Because they're going on. He's going on all of these podcasts now as they've got to America, and are basically just lying about everything. So it sucks. Life's too short for MMA drama. I've noticed that the higher the drama on a channel, the less creative the creator is. Leo, you're top quality in content in person. Thank you, Goblin. I appreciate that. Sorry, I completely missed that. Thank you very much, man. That's why I just stay clear of it, because I just want to focus on my own shit, Damn, was she 15? Yes, man, it's true. It's proof. Because she came out and said, oh, it was all just role play and whatever. And it's like, cool, you want to say that. But then it came out that she was 15 at the time of the video. So it doesn't fucking matter, does it? What a scum of the earth that guy is, honestly. And just people don't even clock it. Have you seen the MMA video of Tate's kickboxing? No. And I hate that they get, paraded as 4-time world champions when they fought in basically the equivalent of an Asda car park as a promotion. That's basically the equivalent. Yeah. Just hang on Tate because he's so Sigma and Alpha and you're a bait. Okay, I know that's bait. But please, guys, if you haven't, educate yourselves, look into that case and the actual truth of it. Because they always say their charges have been dropped and the case got dropped. Complete fucking lie. It is. They still have, very much still have a case in Romania and the US and the UK. They are free. They are fucked. They're fucked right now as well in the US. They're not in a good spot. Time's coming from. Chronic fucking dry mouth. What's next for Alex? Heavyweight or rematch? Not heavyweight. I mean, maybe he could go up there. I mean, there is an argument to be made there. Now the shackles are off, right? So, there's no expectations, no belt. You can just say, fuck it. Go up. And I'm sure he could do it. If he wanted to do it, the UFC would let him do it. And I don't think he'd even need another shot. Like, they'll just give him the shot at the title. He wouldn't need another fight. They'll just give him the title shot. After Jones-Aspinall, granted. With that in mind. I think there's a very, very realistic possibility that what we see is John Jones retire, Aspinall gets automatically promoted to undisputed, and then we get Alex Pereira versus Tom Aspinall. I could see that happening by the end of the year. Every 10 seconds you would see their face on TikTok. Yeah, I know. I mean, they did a good job of that. They're good at manipulating people. It sucks. It sucks. It really sucks that people look up to those guys because they really are scum, boys. They really are. Really remember the Hustlers University? Yes. I don't know, but it's innocent until proven guilty. He's a shit cunt because his Hustlers Uni is a scam. I mean, yeah, you can make that argument, but the fact they lie about all of their stuff, and he's on record talking about his PhD, which was the pimping hose degree, and he was talking about isolation tactics and how to, essentially self-reporting how to traffic women. Literally, that's what he was doing. It's on record. You can go find the videos. And I wouldn't say, the video, undisputed proof that he was beating a 15-year-old girl, that's irrefutable proof, right? That's not... The only reason they haven't gone to trial yet, I'll say this now, again, I don't want to talk too much on this. The only reason they haven't gone to fucking trial is because their charges they haven't gone to trial because they've been appealing every decision, basically committing loads of lawfare to try and delay the process, to try and delay everything so it doesn't go to trial. They're appealing every decision. They were countersuing one of the victims because they were trying to threaten her. It's all fucked. They just complete lawfare to try and stop their case going to trial. That's the only reason why it hasn't happened. It's not because of a lack of evidence. There's an overwhelming amount of evidence in their case. An overwhelming amount. They're basically dead to rights if it goes to trial. I'm assuming that's not true. He's not going to Hustlers University. Who's worse, Vince McMahon or the Tate brothers? Probably the Tate brothers. But they are equally not good. But probably the Tate brothers. There are, I think it's 45 girls. 45 to 50 girls in their Romanian case alone. 45 victims. 45, and 15 of them were minors. I think. It's 5 or 15. Regardless, it doesn't even fucking matter, does it? It's fucking awful. I used to glaze Tate so hard. I'm glad you don't now. That's the dangerous thing. People get sucked into that space because they need someone to look up to, right? They need someone to follow. And I get it. And Tate was very good at manipulating people to do that. So, it's literally shot on another human, bruv. Yeah. Some people are into that. It's not criminal. I know he has done criminal stuff. It is disgusting, but you know, it's not as bad as human trafficking. I'm not going to trust you on what you say. I'm gonna have to do my own research. That's fine, bro. You don't have to trust me, but I'm only saying what's factually true. You can go look this up. It's all accounted for. It's all in the court cases. It's all in the documents. You can find all of this stuff. If you go look at Murdered by Crayons on Twitter, he'll basically have everything you need to look at. So, personally, want to see Alex versus Garn, so I can see Garn get KO'd. I think Garn could do some good work against Alex, to be honest with you. I'd rather get shouting instead of driving. Valid, bro. Valid. Vince auto choke? Did he? Again, I'm not did he? P did he? Fucking hell. I did not know that. I don't know. I know there's some fucked up shit with Brock Lesnar or something. I don't really know. Yeah, again, I don't know the ins and outs of him. But equally, he probably didn't traffic 50, 60 people. So I'm still gonna say the Tate brothers are worse. Never followed or looked up to any other human being in my life. I'd for better or worse. I don't think that's a bad opinion. I don't know. I think it's okay to look up to people. I think you should, to an extent. Just a healthy amount, right? And the right people. So, definitely not the Tate brothers. They really are scum. And it's just so disheartening to see Dana White welcome him with open fucking arms. I mean, in a lot of ways, I don't blame a lot of these people because they don't know. Because the Tate brothers have done such a good job of suppressing the actual truth and lying through their teeth, you know, until something seems like it's real. They do a good job of that. Vince trafficked a former work colleague to a higher up in WWE. Holy fuck. There's. I did not know that. Yeah, he is bad. I mean, we already knew that, but he was bad. I just didn't know the extent of it. Good news. John Jones has nowhere to run now since Alex losing to Ank. Yes, that's the one silver lining. I said this actually the other day, or yesterday, after the fight. I was talking to my friend. You know, it was like, you know, it's a silver lining, right? Because now there is no other route here. The appeal of Pereira moving up to heavyweight, though it might still happen, doesn't hold the same weight as Aspinall Jones. And I don't think it ever really did. So I wasn't, you know, it's a small silver lining at most, right? Those motherfuckers who hated Vince since the 2000s must have had a feast. Yeah, generational hate watch. I need to turn my music down. Holy shit. Oh, that new Novocaine movie's meant to be good, apparently. Damn. 94% on Rotten. Damn. More Jack Quaid in it. It's actually meant to be quite good. Fair enough. But yeah. No, never a dull moment in the MMA world, whether it's the fucking Tate brothers arriving or it's Alex Pereira losing to a Dagestani rat. Never a dull fucking moment, is there? What can you say? That's kind of why we love it, right? Also, after this, by the way, I'm going to record a game channel video. I'm kind of just trying to do it straight off the rip and get it done. I was going to do it earlier, but I just couldn't be asked. And I was like, I'll just do it after I stream. Doing the Subnautica video. So if you played that game, I said it the other week I was going to do it. So we're doing it now. Subnautica, baby. Exciting. I love that game. Again, I'm going to go in depth on my thoughts on it, my thoughts and feelings. I'll talk about the sequel. I will talk about the upcoming new one. You know, I'll give it a little deep dive. No pun intended. I read that. You get on the comment section on UFC's new videos and they're all about John Jones. Generational hate watchers. You love to see it. I'm so glad people are finally turning on that motherfucker. You know, like John Jones always had haters, but people would have short circuited memories and they just forget. You know. I fell asleep 3 times during the main card, and I watched it this afternoon. Brother, I can't lie to you. I was fighting for my life in watching the main event and the co-main. Genuinely, I watched Fiziev lose to Gaethje, and then I feel like I just blinked, and suddenly the first round had started between Pereira and Ank. I was like, bro, what? It was like a minute in. I was like, what the fuck happened? I do not remember the walkouts at all. Genuinely, I completely don't even have any memory of them. I was drifted in and out of consciousness. That's why I had to go and rewatch the highlights back today. Yeah, I can't lie. It was a tough watch, Kevin. It was tough. The main card, I mean, it was okay, right? Apart from the Ruffy KO, which we had, which was incredible. That was, you know, the only real highlight. I wouldn't even say the Gaethje Fiziev fight was like that great. It was good, but not great. Like he fell asleep during the prelims and woke up to the second round of Ank versus Alex. Damn, you slept that far, Fairs. I mean, I was just drifting, like constantly drifting in and out. Catchy title, you know, Julio. Welcome back, brother. I was basically half asleep during Lemos Lucindo. Oh, yeah, I think I just passed out during that one. Then resurrected in the Gaethje fight. I don't I don't even remember. Oh, no, that's not true. I was making noodles. That's what I was doing. I was trying to keep myself awake. So I was like, fuck it. I think DDP is a star, even if some don't like him. I wouldn't say he's a star, to be honest with you. I wouldn't. Listen, obviously it's a completely subjective definition of what makes a star, the barometer for that. You know how good you need to be, the star power, not star power, the level of popularity you need to have, the metrics, right? It's all subjective, right? But to me, I don't think Drickus meets the requirements, whatever those may be. I think there's a certain level where you just know. Guys like Shimaev and Makhachev and Topuria, those three. By smelling salts so you can stay awake, I don't think that's a particularly good idea. To be honest with you, not thinking about that one. But I was knocked out cold with the Lamos fight. Oh, fuck me. Honestly, when I saw that was the next one upcoming, I was like, oh, man, I ain't going to make it. But somehow I pulled through. I mean, I fell asleep. Basically, I didn't even, like, listen to the post-fight interviews. I could not be fucked for that. I just turned it off and just fucking went to sleep. I was not asked, man. Highlight reel is all I need. I mean, what, Drickus? Fair enough. I mean, he's entertaining. I'm not going to sit here and say he's not one of the more entertaining fighters in the UFC in and out of the cage, but I just don't think on a wider level, like globally, he's at that same stage as a guy like Topuria or even Pereira as well. Even Pereira still now. Just lock in so you don't fall asleep. Yeah, I slapped myself, bro. I literally locked in, gave myself a slap, and that energized me for like, that probably gave me 2 minutes of energy. It woke me back up for like 2 minutes, and then I started to fucking drift off again. To be fair, I was asking for it. I was watching it in my bed. Honestly, I don't normally do that, but man, I looked at my bed and it was looking undeniably cozy. I was like, shit, I'm gonna have to watch on my phone. And then, you listen, you play the game, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. So, I hate women's MMA, but I don't put women's MMA on the main card unless you're 100% sure it's gonna be a banger. Yeah, I agree. I like DDP as a person. I like most fighters who are dickheads. Yeah, that I agree with. I mean, the only thing, I mean, even it's tough, man. Like even Mighty Mouse said something the other, like a couple weeks ago that I really just didn't fuck with, and I love Mighty Mouse. So it's a bit disappointing, like what he said about if he had a kid, or no, he said to his brother, right, or something. He said, you know, his brother's gay, and he said that's fine, but don't do gay shit. Like, he was joking around, but he was with truth. He's saying don't do gay shit around my house with my kid when my kids are here. You know, the kids can decide what they want to be when they're older. I was like, well, you don't just decide to be gay. Do you know what I mean? It's just a thing. Like it's an innate thing. You just either are or you aren't. You don't decide, or you can't be influenced into becoming gay. Does that make sense? So I didn't like that. I mean, you know, it's tough. I'm not gonna get into that too much. Ben was looking at you like Adamas. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I wish, bro. Fucking hell. She though. I mean, I'm not even gonna. What am I talking about, bro? How old is she now? She's fucking like. I don't know. She's like, you know, isn't she like 38? Something like that. It's ridiculous. 36. Fairs. UFC is something like a pocket money for mentally ill people anyway. What does that mean? I still don't agree. Don't be bringing gay stuff around kids. I mean, I how's it any different from being straight? Do you know what I mean? Like, if we're talking about just, I mean, yeah, okay, yeah. See, that's a fair argument. I can understand that, Wolf. To be honest with you, I can get that to an extent. I think, but outside of the educational side of things, which I think is important, you know, people need to learn that shit. Otherwise, that's how you get fucking, you know, that's how you get a lot of unwanted pregnancies and fucking STDs and shit. So that is important. But like what my email said, I the way he was saying it, what DJ was saying, it was almost as if like you can be influenced into being gay, into becoming gay, which is just bullshit. That's not true. No outside promotions, etc. Era of stars might be over. Kevin, I don't know, man. Listen, everything's a circle. It will come back. We'll have another era where it comes back. We might be in a low point right now. I wouldn't even say we are. I think it's almost an early reaction, right? It's a knee-jerk reaction. That's what I'd say right now. I think people are overreacting a little bit. I think we'll be fine. Yes, there won't be anyone like McGregor. Maybe there will be down the line, but not now and not for a while. That we have to have come to terms with that now. McGregor got us here, you know, it's for better or worse, and I hate the guy, but he did what he did for the sport, which no one has been able to match since and probably won't for a long time. We have to acknowledge that and realize the UFC is a collection of fighters now. There aren't specific individuals that really stand out and can just get everyone seated in the same way that McGregor can, right? There just isn't. So until we get another one of those, we just have to accept that. That's just how it is. It's not a realistic possibility. Alex versus Menefield now. Or Alonzo Menefield. Anyone who likes McGregor is just called a wannabe of McGregor, or who's like McGregor. I mean, exactly. I mean, that shows you the influence, right? This is the worst set of title holders when it comes to star power. Honestly, I don't think I'd agree with that. I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, Makhachev and Topuria are pretty fucking big, right? Actually, to be fair, you're not far wrong. Actually, you know what? Fair enough. I can kind of agree with that. If we're talking about overall, I think there are great names there, but not many, not enough. DJ definitely could have worded it different. I don't think he hates his brother being gay. He just doesn't want him to talk about the deeper stuff in front of his kids. Yeah, I hope so. I hope that's what he meant. I don't know. And he's a good dude, so I'm assuming that that's what he meant. I like DJ a lot, so I think that's by design, Leo, and it shouldn't. I should truly hate some of the promotions business practices. I mean, there's Kevin. That's a good point you raised. I think there's always something to criticize about the UFC, and we should hold the company accountable, because if we want the things we want the fights we want the decisions we want, we need to say something about it. So I do agree. I think there's always stuff to criticize, whether that's, granting title shots based off of popularity and, cults of personality rather than merit and actual hard work. I think that's a very valid thing to critique. But equally, from a business perspective, I'd probably do the same thing in their shoes. I'm trying to make money. It's a business. You're trying to make the most money. To do that, you want to make the fighters that are going to sell the most. So sometimes people get to jump the queue. That's how it is. So there's arguments on both sides. And I think a lot of those decisions, you're right, have probably influenced the reason we have maybe a lack of stars to an extent. But, I'm sure it will get better. Listen, it's a complex issue, I wouldn't say there's a single answer. We'll never see another corner, and that's a good thing. Agreed. That is actually a good point, Wolf. Good point. Big Anchor's 21k followers on Twitter. Washed. My two favorites have lost their titles. I might be done with the UFC. We both know that's not true, bro. You'll be coming back. Yeah, I'd probably say, like, when did I start watching I started watching the UFC properly. I started in 2018, but properly in 2019. Who were all the champs by the end of 2019? Can we look at that? 2019 in the UFC. Can we get like a summary? Holy shit! It's saying all these different fighters, events list. I'm trying to just find the list of champions. Can we do that? Guess not. I mean, Volk, Usman, Adesanya, of course. I mean, we had definitely a better run back then. I mean, saying that, Volk wasn't even liked for the first half of his title reign. No one liked Volk. I mean, I did, but no one, he wasn't a superstar in the same way he was. It was only really after that Ortega fight the fan perception towards him really started to shift. I'd say the same thing with Kamaru Usman. We only really saw him reach that level of star power on the later stage when he beat a guy like Jorge Masvidal with that knockout in that rematch. I mean, we had Cormier up there. Max Holloway, of course, was a champ in 2019. So, it's a fair argument. I wouldn't say it's crazy different. That is a crazy name. Holy shit! I have corn addiction. Vera just came in here nonchalant and dropped that. Kamaru not fighting for a year and still third is crazy. Is he third? What, in the welterweight rankings? That's nuts. Is on the GFL thing. Honestly, weirdly, I might get some flack for it. I'm not too mad about it. And the only reason why I say it is because, I mean, from a health perspective, yeah, I don't think it's great. But equally, it's tough, retiring and going to the latter stage of your career where you're not fighting anymore and having to find a new avenue is difficult. So offering a sort of another fighting path for these guys who aren't able to fight at the top level, but listen, if everyone's fighting, if everyone is old, then it's all kind of an equal playing ground, right? Or playing field. So I'm almost okay with it because you're offering a career path for these guys who aren't at the top level anymore, and an opportunity to make some money. So I'm not too opposed to it. I respect you being brave, bro. That's why I disagree when you said you don't need another Conor McGregor when it comes to what he did for the sport. We don't. UFC won't grow much more. If anything, it will fall off. We're past the golden years now. No, I don't agree with that. I mean, well, no, okay, maybe we are past the golden years, but I don't think it will stop growing or it will start declining. It just won't. It's too big to do that. We're never going to see the UFC fall that drastically. It just won't happen. So the same way Apple ain't going anywhere, bro. Apple is not going anywhere. They have such a monopoly on technology. They're worth over $1 trillion now. It's pretty much impossible for them to fail. Again, I won't rely. You can't say anything with certainty, but logic dictates, right? Not you as well, games, bro. Don't. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm not letting this chat get derailed. Fuck's sake, bro. What happened, guys? You lot are degenerates, man. Fucking hell. Oh. Man, I gotta go get some fresh air after this, man. Stuffy in here. Go for a little late night walk. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I guess we don't want to hurt the sport to have a guy who has big of a grasp on the sport like Connor did. Yeah, of course it wouldn't hurt. It would only be a good thing. But I think the only, well, I mean, this is double-edged sword to it, right? Because when you do that, it takes away the star power from everyone else. And you're kind of riding on that one figure. And that's what it kind of was like for a little while with the McGregor era, right? You know, I wouldn't say anyone, the casual fans, and we're only really tuning in for him, and that's it, right? So, lesser evil, maybe. I don't know. I think Alex was on his way to being there if he hadn't lost to Mike. I think so. Don't make me mute you, bro. Hey, listen. I mean, I'm not going into this. I'll say this now. I'm not going into this degeneracy in the chat right now. Let me know what you think, bro. Why are we dropping law on fucking? What are we doing here? I'm not a DJ, and I know you're not. Don't worry about it. Fiends in the chat, bro. Many fiends, bro. Degeneracy. Is it Glover for Alex or is that a pun? For being the face of the UFC thing. I mean, it's difficult to maintain that. It just is, like, because again, it goes back to what we said. You're not going to be McGregor, and you're at this point if you're not McGregor, you're only as popular as your last fight. That's how it is. McGregor really is the only one that is an exception to that rule. Maybe John Jones as well. You know what I mean? So it's with Alex, he's still going to sell pay-per-views. People are still going to be excited to watch him, but no, he's not going to be as popular as I would say. He's not as popular as he was last night. You know. Well, Alex losing and Conor being retired, technically, I'll say. What would you say is the face of the UFC? Topuria or Makhachev even? Probably Makhachev. That, in a way, I don't know. Maybe we don't want to see. I mean, I want to see Makhachev Topuria, but maybe the UFC won't make it because of that. I don't know. Don't worry, Astro, bro. We're still going to be on for a good 10 or so minutes more. Holy shit. Real talk. I'm just going to quickly dry out my wash out my mouth with my water bottle because my Invisalign is nuking my shit. So I'm just going to put this on real quick. Give me 2. There we go. Sorry about that. I'm here. Genuinely, I just had to take my Invisalign out, and then you guys don't want to see that. It's kind of gross. I should get like an idol fucking scene overlay to put that on. Because it just says stream starting soon, you know. That's my old background as well. So who mentioned it? Who wanted the green screen back? Maybe I should run that back, you know. The only thing is here, I mean, maybe I can show this to you guys. Really? Is that on camera? Yeah, it is. This is heavy as fuck. I've got it posted up against my wall, and I have like very little room just below, so it's kind of difficult. I'm not going to do it today, but maybe I'll bring it back for next stream. Yeah. Saying that, I do kind of like my background. You know, it's a bit shit. As I said, though, when I move into my own place, I will do my best to get a little office. Saying that, I probably won't have that luxury because buying a flat or renting a flat in London, good luck getting a fucking office with it, Rev. You know? Everyone trying too hard to shine like Conor? I don't think so. I think we've been past that. I think we did have that phase. We had guys like Colby Covington. Kevin Lee, I'd even say, is kind of similar to that. You know, he played that game up for a while. There's a lot of people like that who tried to do that. I feel like now we've seen, because it did work for a time. Now it doesn't. You know, we just see people going a different route with it. Just buy a studio like, bro. Oh, yeah, let me just do that. What are you talking about, bro? And I don't want to live in a studio, bro. I don't want to live in a one fucking room like place, bro. Give over. Jesus. I mean, they're expensive as shit anyway. Generally, I mean, a flat or a studio, like minimum in London is setting you back like 300k. Like 275 at a push. Like, and you know, they're not going to be pretty particularly. So, it's just, that's how it is, man. You're trying to buy a 1-bed flat in London. That's what you're talking about, bro. About 300K. Shout out the economy. Shout out the housing market. Shout out our generation being absolutely fucked. Am I crazy for saying Alex beats Ank Alive in a rematch and Jiri beats Ank 2? You are crazy for the first one, I think. I think Ank's got his number, and I think he will in the rematch. And Jiri beats Ank 2. No, I don't think so. I think Ank knocks Jiri out. How much money did you make best performing video make? If I had to ballpark, I think it's my history of the UFC video because it's long and the RPMs on it are good. Plus I did a brand deal for it, so if you include that as well. Right, that guy got a great fucking deal. An insane deal for that. I'd probably say I'd probably say if you include both, I'd probably say like 4K, 4 grand. Something like that for that one. 4 grand. I reckon. I don't know. Again, I'm open about it. I don't really give a shit. Because again, I don't earn like crazy amounts of YouTube. Like on good months, I earn like a decent starting salary. Right now, I'm not earning that much. So it's just set up. I can't, bro. I can't. My camera's connected to my wire, so I can't. 4K over what time period? Oh, a while. Like a while. Like it's just passive income though. Like I posted it. It took me actually it was a long video. It took me like 3 weeks to make. But maybe like 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks. I did kind of rush a lot of it, hence why the quality's not great. But that's how old is that video? Can someone check that for me? My YouTube tab's not loading. I could just do it. When did I put that out? I'm looking. How old is that video? Damn, it's been out for a while. 11 months ago. So, yeah. I mean, it still wants views today. It still wants views even now. Like, I mean, I can check. I'm curious, actually. How's it doing? Genuinely, it still gets views now. It's on... Where is it? There we go. Yeah. It still gets 2.5K views a day. Like, it's crazy. So, you know, it's pretty cool. And that's got a £6.80 RPM. So, you know, that's like 12, 13 pounds a day just from doing nothing. Pretty cool. We'll make a 2025 version? Maybe. I thought about doing the year in view thing. I've considered that. I know we talked about it before as well. Oh, you read that already. I think Alex was passive last night because of the takedown. I said that earlier. I agree. He does have to worry about that. I think he does. The reason he was able to defend the takedowns is because he was wary of them. If he throws cautions to the wind and ignores them, he'll get taken down. Tom says everything is done on John's side and the UFC now to find a date and venue. When did he say that? Is that new? Has he just said that? Has he said that, or are you just saying you wish he heard that? Please tell me he said that. Prime UFC was when Penn, GSP, and Silver were champs. Broke Jake, it's good to see you, brother. I would agree, but I was not watching the UFC at that time. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm only 22. Well, I'm nearly 23. 23 in a few days. So before my time. But I think that is a general sentiment, right? He literally just said that. When? Link me, brother. Don't fucking... You better not be fucking trolling me. I swear to fucking God. If you are, I'm just gonna be pissed, man. What's happening? When did he say this? What's up, Leo? How long left for the stream? About 10 minutes. 10 minutes, we'll say. Bree, thank you very much. Thank you very much. We got a Dana White video. The Dana White Dark Side deep dive coming, hopefully, by the end of next week. So keep posted for that. Cool little thumbnail. I previewed it in the Discord. If you want in the Discord, I know there's a few names in here who aren't in here usually, so I'm gonna link you to Discord if you guys want to shoot the shit over mixed martial arts with me and everyone else. Hit up that link right there. So yeah. Bad ZZ14. Who's that? Who are you talking about, bro? What am I missing, bro? Who are you talking about? Ban who? You guys are confusing me, man. Tom versus Jones and Ilya Islam. Okay, shut up. Just shut up. I mean, I'm trying to... Have you said this thing? I'm looking at the Aspinall stuff, if there's anything on it. I feel like you wouldn't be the only one saying it. In the YouTube chat? Bro, ban who? Oh. Alex Forge. Oh, right. Bro, he can say what he wants. I don't give a fuck. If he wants to say that, go off, bro. He can say what he wants. If you can say what he got fraud check, it's dumb as shit, but he can say it. Yeah, nice one. Dana did not say it. Horrendous. You guys won. Congratulations. Brilliant. Do you want a fucking chocolate medal? Chocolate medal? Chocolate coin? Golden medal? What do you want, huh? Listen, I hope one day you say that and there is actually truth to it and it happens on stream. That would be pretty entertaining, wouldn't it be? Usually Dana makes fucking announcements and I wake up in the morning. I remember waking up to fucking Volkanovski Makhachev 2. I remember waking up to that. When I like woke up in the morning and I just saw on Twitter that fucking Charles Oliveira was out. I was like, holy fuck. I remember seeing that and just going mental. I was like half asleep, like walking down my stairs. I literally remember it, that fight. I almost wish it didn't happen. I mean, I do wish it didn't happen. That was the Volk downfall, bro. Making a joke about Alex's lowest point of his life is not a joke. I mean, he just said he should go back to the tire shop. Just not that deep, bro. Season Moicano getting the title shot were crazy. No, they weren't. I did not give a fuck about that. I was pissed because I just knew he'd get ran through, which he did. Moicano's done well to build himself up as a cult personality. His skill sets aren't very good. He gets destroyed by any half decent striker. You know, I like him and he's entertaining, but let's keep it real. Like, he'd never stood a chance against Makhachev, and that Sarukian fight would have been really high level. So I was pissed that was a replacement. If it was Dariush, I'd rather they just gave it to Dariush. He had a much better chance. I still don't think he would have won. I think Makhachev probably would have knocked him out, but you know, I would have much rather Makhachev fight Dariush than fucking Moicano. Let's be real. I'm sure most of you guys would agree with that, right? Dawson's Ali Abdelaziz's weird pass. Yeah, I don't like the guy. Shady figure. Again, I don't know the complete ins and outs except the fact that he cooperate with the FBI or something on anti-terrorist stuff, but as a double agent, I don't know. And then we get around through, yeah, you guys making it gay. Cool. That's kind of basically overviewing the weigh-in show in the Discord as it happened. Oh, we talking about the Moicano stuff. Everyone was hyped thinking it was Olives or Volk stepping in until they announced Moicano and nobody cared about the fight anymore. Yeah. And then there was a lot of people throwing their name in the hat, weren't they? And that was the reality we got. It was a bit disappointing. Moicano should have turned it down. No way. Why would he turn it down? Bro, you're not turning that down. He's probably not going to get another chance. I think no. And he probably got a good payday. Like, and he had a chance at the belt. Why wouldn't you take it? And he'd already had a fight camp. Right? Yes, it wasn't for Makhachev, sure, but he still had a fight camp. He was still in shape. And if you want to be a champ, you got to back yourself to be the best. I don't blame him for taking it at all. Moicano got the title shot because he was the only other guy who made 155. Not his fault. I wouldn't say that's the case. I think it's just because he got offered the fight, so he made the weight. Oh, to be fair, it was the day before, wasn't it? Yeah, maybe you're right. Actually, fair point. Didn't Dariush though? Did Dariush not get it? Dariush made 155. Did he not? After the Alex fight, the whole MMA community feels like a funeral. I get what you're saying, Daniel. Good to see you again, bro. I mean, if we're talking about star power versus star power, then yes, I agree. Can't hear about MMA anymore. Tired of hearing after Ankle Lives win. I think most of us are. Not the most. I have to say he's not the most entertaining fighter, but hey, he nearly put Pereira out there. Can't fault the guy. He did what he needed to do. Again, it won't help him in the long run financially in terms of pay-per-view cuts and stuff like that, but maybe he doesn't care about that. Talk about Chelsea, we won today. There is that. We actually played all right. It should have been better than 1-0, but here we are. Who do you think should have won? Ankalaev should have won. I like Pereira, and I wanted him to win. I picked Ankalaev to win, though, and I thought he won the fight. It's just, you got to remove biases in this, there's no bias there for me. I thought Ankalaev did more work. Pereira didn't do enough. He let Ankalaev do his game plan. Ank won't defend successfully. I disagree. I think he will. As much as I don't want to hear it. Simon chatting match or something. I did watch a bit of that. I saw some of the highlights. Everything is done now on John's side. Yeah, when did he say that? Donnie, where? Someone link me this. Can someone tell me this? Where are people saying this? I swear, if you're still trolling me again, I'm gonna lose it. Where? I'm trying to find it, man. I'm trying to find it. Did he post a new video on YouTube? We're talking about star power, by the way. Aspinall's up there. Everything's done now on John's side in the UFC now to find a date venue. Wow. Really? Holy fuck. Someone just linked it in the Discord. I don't know who that was, but shout out to you. Let me get my... yeah, hang on. Let me drag it over here. Holy shit. Good to see you, JVD, by the way. Hang on. Oh, he hasn't signed it, though. A date in a venue. Good news coming in. Holy shit. Maybe fucking might happen. Holy fuck. Yeah, I'll link this to you. I'll put the link here. Holy fuck. Holy shit. That's fucking insane. No way. That might actually happen. If that's true, fair fucks, man. I mean, he still ain't signed the contract. Hey, we're so far away. Hey, he could get injured in fucking fight week. I'm not saying it's happening until those motherfuckers are standing across each other in the cage and Bruce Buffer is screaming out their fucking names. That's the only time I will rest. That is it. I will not rest until that is the scenario that is on my screen in front of me at 6 in the morning, and I am cheering on Tom Aspinall to knock that motherfucker out cold. That's the only time I'm going to be content, right? Until then, I am not taking any fucking chances. What to say? I don't have to. I mean, pretty much word for word what some of these guys put in the chat. Everything's done now on John's side in the UFC now to find a date and venue. We've got some good news coming, hopefully soon. That's what he said. That's what he said. Crazy shit, man. Muted? I'm not muted. Get fucked. I know I'm not muted. Don't even try and bait me with that. Not working. I can see my levels, bro. Not gonna work. Anyway, guys, I am gonna have to love you and leave you. I'm gonna literally record some Nautica video right after this. So I'll be editing that over the week. Preview the pod. Oh yeah, sorry, JVD. Good. I'm glad you said that because you missed it earlier. So we didn't do an episode today, but that's because we've got an in-person episode on Wednesday. And then we're doing another one on the next Sunday after that. So we won't have an episode out this Sunday, but we will on either Wednesday or Thursday. And we'll just have a double header for that week. And one of them will be in studio. So, you know, it'll be worth the wait, essentially. So I know that's not ideal, but it'll be better in the long run. In-person episodes always sound better and they look great. So stay tuned for that. I'm glad you asked. Appreciate you. Appreciate all of you. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good morning, night, afternoon, evening, wherever you're at in the world. Stay safe. Stay hydrated, as Dustin Poirier would say. And I will see you... When will I see you? You guys know the fucking drill more better than I do. I'll see you on Thursday. Have a good one, people.